Thursday night in Christie's, bakers of fine biscuits for over 100 years, present Wayne and Shuster. Yes, Christie's, makers of the famous premium crackers, Ritz crackers, and Honey Graham wafers, present The Wayne and Shuster Show with lovely Terry Dale. Samuel Hersenhorn and his orchestra. Ed McNamara and Ben Lennox. Yours truly, Herb May. And starring Christie's Men of the Half Hour, Johnny Wayne and Frank Shuster.
Thank you, Bull Montana. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Johnny Wayne. Before we begin the show, I'd like to introduce some guests we have in the studio audience tonight. First of all, we have a visitor from England. He's the director of color television for the BBC. He's the man on the fourth row with the monocle and the box of crayons. And in the row behind him is my crazy uncle. Hello, Uncle George. Good old Uncle George, he's really crazy. You know that highway near Fort William that doesn't exist? He parks his car on it. Anyway, tonight...
Good evening, Mr. Wayne.
Well, Frank Shuster, is it really you?
Well, that's the name embroidered on my underwear.
You're jazzy, aren't you? Tell me, what's new?
Oh, nothing much, Johnny. I took Terry Dale to the movies last night.
Really? What was playing?
Oh, it was a lovely bill. Gentlemen prefer blondes with selected shorts.
That's a nice title.
Oh, yeah, it had an all-star cast.
Oh?
Yeah, there was Victor Monroe and Marilyn Mature.
Oh, wait.
And,
wait a minute. Victor Monroe and Marilyn Mature. Haven't you got that mixed up?
Well, I don't know. Victor may not be Monroe, but Marilyn is certainly mature.
All right.
Hey, anyway, John, it was a lot of fun taking Terry to a movie, except it was a little expensive.
Oh?
Cost me $2,300.
$2,300 to take Terry to a movie?
Well, she wanted to go to a drive-in theater, and I didn't have a car.
Oh, great.
Well, anyway, I was thinking...
Must be a used car dealer in the house.
I guess so.
Did he get the joke a year later?
2 weeks later sometimes.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I was thinking, why don't we do our version of Gentlemen Prefer Blondes?
Oh, no, Frank. I think we should do something in a cultural vein.
Cultural vein?
Yes. You know, something different, without laughs.
That's different?
See what you mean. No,
Yeah.
I saw a movie last night that really gave me an idea for a show. Now, how would you like to play Julius Caesar?
Okay, deal the cards.
I mean the play.
Oh.
Shakespeare's Julius Caesar.
You mean tonight we're going to do Julius Caesar?
Oh, why not? Let's show the world that Wayne and Shuster are not merely buffoons and zanies, but also can play real drama.
Yeah.
And who knows? If we do a good job, maybe they'll ask us to appear in Stratford this summer in a Shakespeare festival.
Oh, John, I don't think so.
Are you kidding? When those people in Stratford hear me do this speech, now get this, boy.
All right.
This was the noblest Roman of them all. All the conspirators, save only he, did that they did in envy of great Caesar. He only, in general honest thought and common good to all, made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all the world, this was a man.
Hey, Johnny, that was great.
Thanks.
Hey, I'll get it. Hello? What? Stratford? Julius? All right, I'll tell him. Hey, John.
Yeah?
That was Cousin Julius in Stratford. He thought it was lousy.
Oh, no.
Here's Terry Dale and It's Wonderful.
It's wonderful. It's marvelous. You should care for me. Soulful nights. Oh, it's paradise. It's what I love to see.
Jim. This is Herb May. You know, February can be a pretty slow month. It's lost between the holiday season and the approach of spring, and both are just out of sight. So let's add a little sparkle. Plan small, informal gatherings. Concentrate on unusual snacks, and keep lots of Christie's Ritz crackers on hand to help. But there's no end to the number of ways Ritz crackers can be quickly prepared to help a snack become a party. Their crisp nut-like flavor blends with so many foods to make any occasion memorable. Of course, cheese is the first cracker compliment that comes to mind. So here's a new way to prepare your favorite Canadian cheese. It's just made to order for Ritz crackers. Melt about a pound of cheese with 6 tablespoons of milk. Add 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce and half a cup of chopped cooked bacon. When this delicious mixture is cool, mold it into a roll, then chill till firm. Now it's ready to slice and place on Ritz crackers. It's simple, it's delicious, it's an easy recipe for unhurried hostesses and happy guests. I wish I had time to give you some more ideas for cheese spreads. I've got lots, but they'll have to wait. In the meantime, be sure to ask your grocer for a box of golden, tasty Christie's Ritz crackers soon. Remember, when you visit the grocer in your neighborhood, ask for Christie's. They're good.
Thank you. That was Herb May, and I'd like to say he's very sincere about what he says. Herb eats Christie's. As a matter of fact, he looks like he ate the factory. Anyway, tonight, for a change
Johnny,
of tempo... Yes, Frank?
Look, are you still serious about doing Julius Caesar?
I certainly am. Tonight, Frank, we are going to make theatrical history.
Now, Johnny, do you think you have the ability to play a serious dramatic role? You know, you've got to have diction.
Diction? Listen to this.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
Doesn't that sound exciting?
Maybe to a bull. It doesn't do anything to me.
Now, you listen to me.
Hi, fellas.
What?
Hi, fellas.
How now, brown cow?
That's Herb May.
Oh, sorry.
He's bigger.
Yeah. Hey, Herb, you're just in time to hear some grand news. Frank and I are going to do Julius Caesar tonight.
What?
I said we're going to do Julius Caesar tonight.
Look who's doing Julius Caesar. Wayne and Shuster, the Turkey Brothers.
What?
What gives you the idea you can act?
Well, you kidding? Listen to this, May.
The play's the thing, wherein to catch the conscience of the king.
Shakespeare. Or if you prefer, bacon.
I prefer ham. That's why I work with you.
I prefer ham. You're a swift Canadian. Yeah. Get it, Herb? Swift Canadian.
Yeah, I get it.
Taxi?
Oh, come on, fellas. Let's be honest. What do you want to be serious actors for? You're a comedian.
Well, look, Herb, comedians can be serious actors. Look at Charlie Chaplin. Didn't he do a serious role in Limelight?
Charlie Chaplin. Well, after all, he's great. He's the end.
Well, what about us?
Well, you're the end, but the other end.
What?
See you later.
Wise guy. I should remind him of an old saying by Confucius. Announcer who cracks jokes moves in with his wife's folks.
Well, look, Johnny, we'll show him. We'll do Julius Caesar tonight.
Attaboy. At last, our opportunity to be actors. Actors! Ha-ha! Let's all give a cheer for the theater. Hooray! Let's all give a cheer for the theater. Hooray! It is such a noble profession. What? The legitimate theater, if you'll pardon the expression. Aha! An actor's life is a life that's really grand. An actor's life is a life that beats the band. There's no business like show business. It's full of thrills. There's always a crowd waiting for you, especially if you don't pay your bills. An actor's life is a life that's full of fun. An actor's job is a very pleasant one. You sleep in every morning and you don't get up till 3.
$500 every week, that is your salary.
For making love to actresses, I do it all for free. It isn't hard to understand. An actor's life is really grand. An actor's life is a life that is supreme. An actor's job is a job that's just a dream.
Oh, there's no people like show people. Makeup on our skins.
You just can't tell where we end off and Helena Rubinstein begins. An actor's life is a life that's really fine. An actor's life is a life that is divine. Last night we had a heckler sitting in a front row seat.
He started throwing vegetables. He threw them at our feet.
But we threw back the vegetables and we demanded meat. An actor's life is really very grand.
There's money now in acting, and we have the proof.
$100 on TV for simply saying poof. An actor's life is a life that's really grand. Encore. Come on, Frank. Let's get to work on our production of Julius Caesar.
Okay, Johnny, now where's the script?
Oh, it should be arriving any minute. I arranged to have a special adaptation written by the top radio writer in Canada, Lister Sinclair.
Oh, boy, that's swell.
Yeah, and, that must be him. Come in.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Wayne and Shuster.
Oh, that's us.
Well, fine. I brung you the script.
What?
I just finished writing this Julius Caesar bit, and if I have to say so myself, it's a doozy.
What?
This is a solid script I just knocked off for you guys.
Hey, Johnny, is this a fellow you hired to adapt Shakespeare for radio? He sounds like Edward G. Robinson talking through Marlon Brando's nose.
I don't know. There must be some mistake.
All right, you guys. What's the conference? You want the script or don't you? Let's hear from you. Dolly in.
Well, look, we're a little confused. Are you really a radio writer?
Radio writer? Are you kidding? Didn't you ever catch the shows I write? Sam O'Houlihan, Private Eye. And then there's Mr. Missing, Tracer of Keen People. And, of course, there's my big show. I was an FBI man for the Communist Party.
Now, wait a minute. You mean you just write crime programs?
Certainly.
Well, what's your name?
Lister Spillane.
Lister Spillane. Oh, this is an awful mistake. I wanted Lister Sinclair. Gee, I'm afraid to look at the script.
Well, it's too late now, John. I guess we got to do it, you know.
Yeah, but this guy just writes crime programs.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Mr. Spillane.
Call me Lister.
All right. Lister, you adapt the Julius Caesar for radio?
Yes, sir, in my own inimitable style.
Oh, no.
No, I didn't like the title, Julius Caesar, no action, so I changed it.
Oh, you changed it. What are you calling it?
Rinse the blood off my toga. How about that? Murder, eh?
I'd love to.
Well, there's your script, boys. Good luck. So long, and door slam.
Gee, Johnny, what are we going to do? Julius Caesar written as a murder mystery. John, everybody will think we're crazy.
Frank, there's one reason we have to do it.
Yeah, but it's going to sound stupid.
I know, but there's a reason we have to do it.
Yeah, but Johnny, everybody will laugh.
That's the reason we'll have to do it. Now, come on.
All right.
And now, friends, our two stars present something new in radio drama. A Shakespearean classic adapted by a writer of modern crime programs. Here, then, the Lister Spillane version of Shakespeare's immortal Julius Caesar, entitled Rinse the Blood Off My Toga.
My name is Flavius Maximus. I'm a private Roman I. My license number is IXIVLLCCDDIXMV. Also comes in handy as an eye chart. Tonight I'm going to tell you about the Julius Caesar caper. It all began during the Ides of March. I was sitting in my office in the Via Flaminia, minding my own business. I had just sent another criminal to jail. It was Suetonius the Gladiator. He'd been fixing fights at the Colosseum. He had a crooked lion who kept taking a dive. Anyway, as I was sitting there was a knock on the door. Come in.
Are you Flavius Maximus, the private Roman I?
Yeah, who are you?
Never mind about that. You've got to come quickly. Julius Caesar has been murdered.
Julius Caesar murdered? I couldn't believe my ears. Big Julie was dead.
That's right, Flavius. He was killed just 20 minutes ago. Happened in the Senate. He was stabbed.
Stabbed, eh?
Yeah, right in the rotunda.
Hey, what a painful spot.
Yeah.
I had a sliver there once.
Well, look, I came to you right away, Flavius, because you're the top private eye in Rome. You'll find a killer.
Thanks.
After all, you're the guy who got Nero, sent him up on that arson rap.
Nero, what a rat. The whole town was sure burned up about him.
Yeah.
Burned up about... Chariot?
Well, Flavius, what do you say? Do you take the case?
Just a minute. I didn't get your name.
I'm a senator. I was a good friend of Caesar's. The name is Brutus.
Brutus, eh? All right, Brutus, you got yourself a boy. I'll take the case. My fee is 125 denarii a day, payable in advance.
Oh, okay. Here you are.
You're one short.
Say, you got a good ear.
When it comes to money, perfect pitch. All right, let's go to work.
All right.
We went outside and flagged a passing chariot, made our way down to the Via Sacra. The streets were crowded with the usual people, slaves, legionaries, patricians, and little men who came out of doorways and sold you postcards from Gaul. There was a big crowd outside the Forum. And why not? Canadians were playing Detroit. Before long, we found ourselves at the Senate.
Well, Flavius, this is where the murder took place.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Who's that suspicious-looking guy over there with the ugly face, the shifty eyes, and the low forehead?
You're looking in the mirror.
Nice-looking boy.
Yeah.
All right, Brutus, fill me in on the setup here. Who are these guys over there, eh?
Well, they were all here when it happened. There's Publius. That's Casca. There's Trebonius.
Yeah, where's Cicero?
What?
I said, where's Cicero?
Just outside of Chicago.
I mean, Cicero the senator. I ain't gonna give you a shot in the laurel wreath.
No, Cicero's right here.
Oh. And who's that guy over there? With the lean and hungry look.
That's Cassius.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to him. Hey, you, Cassius. Come here.
Okay.
Hi, Cass.
Hi, Brute. You calling me, mister?
Yeah. I'm Flavius Maximus, private eye. I'm looking for the guy who knocked off Big Julie.
So?
So you're a suspect. You were here when it happened. We all know you hated Caesar.
So what?
Can you look me in the face and say you didn't do it?
No.
Aha, you mean you did it?
No, I mean I can't look you in the face. Hi, Brute.
Hi,
Now
Cass.
cut it out! Cassius, I got a feeling you're in on this, because you got that lean and hungry look.
Well, there's a reason for that lean and hungry look. I keep thinking about those wonderful Christie's biscuits.
What?
Yes, Christie's biscuits won't be discovered for another 1,800 years, and that's why I'm so sad. That's why I look so lean and hungry.
They stabbed the wrong boy.
Oh, when I think of those delicious sweet biscuits I'm missing. Those Oreo sandwiches, those delicious Christie's sultanas filled with raisins, Christie's Cremo, tempting coconut-flavored cookies with cream filling. Then there's Fig Newtons and lemon puffs and Christie's pantry cookies and the ones with the crisp gingery flavor. Oh, they're so delicious.
Just a minute. I agree with everything you say, but I have come here to bury Caesar, not to praise Christie's.
Well, that's all I have to say.
You sure there's nothing more?
Well, just this, remember. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Serve Christie's. Get 3 cheers.
Thanks, Herb. Now back to Chapter 2 of the Lister Spillane version of Julius Caesar. Rinse the blood off my toga. This is Flavius Maximus again. The more I worked on this Julius Caesar caper, the more I became convinced I was onto something special. The way I figured it, Cassius, Casca, and Trebonius wanted Julie out of the way. But who was behind it all? Who was Mr. Big? I decided to ask a few questions. So I went down to see an old pal of mine who usually knows a few of the answers. His name is Claudius, and he runs a bar on the Via Appia. It's just a little place, a few tables, and a guy in the corner playing a hot lute. I went up to the bar.
Hiya, Flavius.
Hello, Claudius. What's new?
Nothing. What are you drinking?
Give me a Martinez.
You mean martini?
If I want 2, I'll ask for them. For Latin students, this is a laugh. While you other people go to school. Anyway, Claudius, look, I'm working on this Julius Caesar kill.
Yeah?
Well, I got to figure there's a Mr. Big in the background. Heard anything around town?
Yeah. I think I can tell you who Mr. Big is.
Go ahead.
His name is... Ow!
That's a funny name. Must be a Greek. Hey, Claudius! Claudius! I would never get any more conversation from him. He was dead. This was shaping up bigger than I thought. Suddenly I looked up and Brutus was standing there.
Hello, Flavius.
Brutus, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I was looking for you. Hey, who's that on the floor?
That's Claudius, the bartender.
Hey, that's a funny place for him to carry a knife in his back.
He's dead.
Oh.
He was stabbed through the portico.
Gee, that's even more painful than the rotunda.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I was looking for you. I think there's a break in the case.
Oh, what's up?
Mark Antony is leaving town.
Mark Antony leaving town, eh?
Yeah, I saw him walking down the Via Flaminia with a big sack over his shoulder.
Well, we're looking at that right now. Come on.
All right.
We grabbed a passing chariot and hustled down to the edge of town, and sure enough, there he was, Mark Antony. All right, hold it, buddy.
Oh, what? Who are you?
Flavius Maximus, Private Roman I. Want to talk to you about the murder of Julius Caesar.
I don't know nothing about it. He was my friend.
Your friend, eh?
Why, sure. Why, I made the funeral oration. I stood over his body and spoke to the people of Rome. I said, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Yeah? What do you got in that sack?
Ears?
I checked the bag, and he was right. There was 4,561 ears. Somebody was holding out. Anyway, Mark Antony was clean, and I was back where I started. Who killed Julius Caesar? Who was Mr. Big? I figured there was only one thing left to do. I would consult the Delphic Oracle. I made my way to the cave of the Delphic Oracle, and as I approached, the Delphic Oracle spoke.
Hello, Flavius Maximus.
Hello, D.O.
What brings you here?
Just trying to get the facts, ma'am.
Well, here's your answer. Mr. Big is none other than Brutus.
Brutus? Yeah, it was Brutus. Things were beginning to add up. I put two and two together, and it came out I.V. It was clear now. Brutus was around when Caesar was stabbed, and he also knocked out that bartender. I walked quickly to Brutus's villa and knocked on the door.
Oh, hail, Flavius.
Hail, Brutus. Mind if I come in?
No, not at all.
Thanks.
Well, how's the case coming?
Got it all buttoned down. I got the killer.
You've got the killer? Who?
Well, first, I got some questions to ask you.
All right. Mind if I pick my own category? I'll take famous composers.
Okay, here's your first question for $1. Wait a minute!
What?
All right, let's not play games, Brutus. Or should I say, Mr. Big?
What are you getting at?
If the sandal fits, wear it.
What?
You're the guy who killed Caesar, aren't you? Aren't you?
All right, Flatfoot, I admit it. I did it. I knocked off Big Julie, and I'd do it again.
That's all I want to know. I'm sending you up the Tiber for a long stretch.
I hated Caesar. He was getting too big for his toga.
What?
Making himself a dictator. I'm for democracy, not dictatorship, so I killed him. Can you blame me?
Brutus, this is ancient Rome. How can you talk about democracy? You're ahead of your time.
I know I'm ahead of my time.
Well, I'm sorry. I have to take you in.
You'll never take me alive. I'm going to kill myself.
What's that?
This is a gun.
What do you know? Brutus shot himself with a gun. Now, this boy was really ahead of his time.
This weekend, don't forget Christie's famous line of dessert biscuits. For example, Christie's Cremos are those delicious coconut-flavored cookies with the finest cream filling. They're crunchy and tasty, just right to eat with a fruit punch on a blustery night. Ask for Christie's Cremo soon. Join us again next Thursday night and every Thursday night for the Wayne and Shuster Show, presented by Christie's, makers of oven-fresh premium crackers, Ritz crackers, blue cheese crackers, honey graham wafers, and the famous sweet biscuit line.
Good night, everybody.
See you next Thursday. Good night.
The Christie Show is written and directed by Johnny Wayne and Frank Shuster. Musical arrangements by Johnny Dobson. Production by Jackie Ray. This is the Trans-Canada Network of the CBC.